Even though Thailand has been making significant efforts to close the income gap, the World Bank has noticed a slowdown in its progress since 2015. The Gini coefficient, a standard measure of income and wealth inequality, shows that Thailand has the highest level of income-based inequality in the East and in the Asia-Pacific regions, and perhaps more alarmingly, the richest 10% of Thais hold over 75% of wealth in the country. World Bank country manager for Thailand, Fabrizio Zacon, told Tiberius World that providing a more equal education system is indispensable to reducing income inequality in the country.
PISA is assessing the ability and the skills of 15 years old in reading, math, and science. Now, unfortunately for Thailand, 68% of the kids are not, of the 15 years old, do not possess the basic math skills that are needed at that age. And 65% do not perform adequately for their age in reading. How to learn to become autonomous, to have an autonomous thinking, to face problems, difficulties, and also to have those social skills that are fundamental in life. There is another element, however, in this early child development, which is not only schools, but is access to basic education, is access to basic services. And then a very important thing is the family, how your family is supported. And here we will see the differences. And again, that cause the perpetuation of and stagnation of the intergenerational mobility, which is the role that your parents are playing.
Income disparities between the metropolis and remote towns also contribute to overall inequality. Bangkok generates roughly 1/3 of the country's GDP, but the country's centralized policy has resulted in a stark contrast compared to other cities. The average income in the capital is more than 6.5 times that of the northeast region.
Why do not we give opportunity to secondary cities? There are very vibrant cities in the north of the country, but also in the south, but they are not exploiting all these opportunities that they have. So the fiscal lever is one of them, and so through different transfers to cities and the opportunities to cities to finance their own investment. This is the immediate way for the government to reduce the spatial disparity, because you give more financial resources also to other cities.
Low incomes in the agricultural sector are a main factor in income inequality in Thailand. More than 30% of Thailand's workforce is employed in agriculture, but the productivity and incomes remain low. Reskilling and upskilling programs for farmers are key to increasing their incomes.
In the agricultural sector, the same innovation and technology can make a lot of difference. And this basically means increasing productivity, diversifying crops, creating insurance systems, social protection for farmers. There is a complex system of subsidies that has worked so far.
Labor shortages could negatively impact Thailand's productivity, as the working age population could plunge from 71% in 2020 to 56% by 2060. The country manager suggested that women's participation in the labor market could be a significant solution.
Reservoir that we haven't used properly, which is the gender angle, women. So let us have them in the market, and let's increase their skills in order for them to have access to high income jobs, not only to low income jobs. There are cultural aspects that need to be considered. There are barriers that are often cultural that need to be broken and allow them to join the market.
เราจะเติมเงินดิจิทัล
One of the Prime Minister Sethasing's major policies is to revitalize the economy with a cash handout worth over 500 billion baht to 50 million Thais under the digital wallet scheme. Mr. Zakon said, however, that part of a huge national budget should be allocated to help the poorest and stimulate investment.
You can spend it to revive consumption. You can spend it in part to revive consumption or to support the poorest segments of the population and to stimulate the investment. So if part of that amount is addressed to investment, and there are many interesting plans, many solid plans prepared by the administration of this country that needs to be financed.
Frank Kanshi reporting for Thai PBS World.